A kid's table adventure.
We finally met the guy in charge of this weird island, and he's in front of a giant screen. But then Arugon accused us of setting fire to the island. Why?
You're led into the main chamber of this castle, and there is a big screen, huge screen on the back wall that the four of you recognize from previous places that you have been, like the spire and the library. There's a big green cursor flashing on the screen, and a shorter halfling man standing behind a console in front of it. He introduced himself as Director Fortinbras, and he said, so you're the ones who have been making all of the racket in the last couple of hours. And immediately Arugon said,
It's not me, that's them.
Arugon accused the five of you of starting the fire. And Winter Tree says,
I don't want to say this in the game, but do you have a plan here?
No.
Oh my god!
so the very last thing was that Winter Trees shouted, "It wasn't us!"
I literally helped stop the fire. Why would I start the fire and then help stop it?
Wait, think for a second. You would do that to make yourself look innocent.
I didn't have any things to start a fire. I don't have fire breath. I have ice breath.
That's what a Kumar would say.
So the halfling man looks at the six of you, five of you on one side, Arugon on the other, and says, you were found where the fire was. The five of you were found where the fire was. To me, it doesn't really matter who it was who set the fire. A fire was set. More to the point, the six of you do not belong here. You are not in our records. You are not invited to Central. Why are you here?
Well, we got caught in a terrible storm and we wanted to go to a different island, but instead we crashed here.
Shipwreck.
Yeah.
I was sent by the god of power.
Deception check.
So you say you were sent by the god of power? I need you to make a deception check.
We can hear him. This is allowed.
Oh yeah.
He has
sure.
just declared that in front of us.
Yes. You guys get to decide how you react to Arugon doing this.
18 plus 6.
24.
That it. I'm pretty sure I saw you at the shipwreck.
Fortinbras says, truly, you were sent by Fuldmacht.
To all of us.
Very
So
interesting.
We were also sent by the god.
No, don't say that. Don't say that in the game. Don't say that.
Wait, hold on. Wait, did you say, did Winter Trees say that, or did Oren say that?
Went through trees. Deception check.
Oh God!
Lies upon lies! Oh no, am I like panicking at this point?
I don't know, is Sophia panicking?
Wait. What's your
This
deception?
is all happening in a split
Plus
second.
2.
Oh yeah, this is all happening very fast. Yes. Roll your d20 and you are going to
20.
add... You got a nat 20.
But still only 22, not as good as Arugon's.
Okay, so what happens, because you are on the side with everybody else, and so now Director Fortinbras is looking at all of you. As if you are, as if you are all sent by the god of power. So now he is addressing the whole group, and he says, curious, we have not heard from Fuldmacht in a couple of years now. It was our understanding that none of the gods have been speaking. You have been sent by Fuldmacht. That is interesting. Can you tell me your mission here, then? Why Fuldmacht has sent you here?
I would say went through trees. That given given, thank you for wanting to explain so much, but given the four of us, our previous experience more recently in the last couple of years, Arugon, I'd love to hear about this mission.
Just these two have.
No, not just these two. I'm just saying I would defer to Arugon to explain the mission on behalf of us. Sorry.
Not you.
I want to say I was technically sent to go to a different island, but then the ship crashed here.
But then if there was one boat, then why would, if there was only one boat, then why would you be on this boat? Just think out of the game.
What is your name?
Director Fortinbras.
Director Fortinbras, if I so may. Our younger ones have experienced quite a bit at this point, traveling with us, and may not realize the full extent of our mission, which again is why I would love for Arugon to let you know what is our mission.
I'm gonna before you talk, I'm gonna need you to make a deception check.
Oh, I'm gonna get like a 2.
Why do you think that? Sophia, roll badly? No. You have a +1 to deception.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Well, it's charisma.
That's 20.
15 plus 1.
Okay. He nods at you and then he makes eye contact with you.
I was sent by Malaus. We were sent by Malaus because he had the information. He passed on to me to go check on all the islands and see how they were doing and if they needed help or if they had contact, because we lost contact after 5 years.
All right. So you weren't sent by the god of power. You were sent by this Malaus. Malaus is...
He is the underling, like a second command of the god of power.
Interesting. The god of power does not have... You mean a cleric. He would commune with the god of power. Okay.
Yeah, same. That's what I meant.
So, fooled mocked.
That nat 20 is really...
That nat 20 is getting covering a lot of sins over here. He says, so Malaus was in communion with Fulmont prior to, all right. You have been sent to check on the islands, multiple, not just central.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we crashed here, and we need to fix our ship now to get back to check on the other islands.
Malaus didn't provide you with a way through the storm.
No.
Interesting.
Our ship got attacked.
Your ship got attacked.
Yeah.
Security
in the middle
found
of a
you.
storm.
Security found you. That would make sense if security didn't know you were coming. Okay. Well, that blows up most of the plan that I had for today.
I was like, this is probably not.
This is amazing.
You were thinking of a fight?
No, I was not thinking of a fight. I had a whole other arc planned, but the two of you have completely ruined that arc. And that is beautiful. I love this game. All right. So Fortinbras looks at the 6 of you, and he nods to the guard that has brought the 5 of you in, and the guard exits. And he looks at the 6 of you, and he says, well, if you are here for a facility inspection, that is not that unusual. We have not had one in quite some time because of the silence from Fruchtmacht. But, of course, if you have orders to inspect the facility here, we would be happy to do so. Would you like to... You can see that you have stunned him slightly. He thought this was going to go one way, and he is having to recalibrate in the midst of this what is happening.
Well, and I, simultaneously as this is unfolding, I'm nervous because what if he returns to this whole, like, why did you start a fire? We've just somehow circumvented all of them?
Do I see if he has any visible weapons?
If he has any visible weapons, you don't need to make a perception check. He does not have visible weapons. In fact, I will say again, I said this last time, the only people that you have seen the entire time with weapons are the guards. And only the guards. The people that you met up at Fire Tree were holding these devices that were trying to put the fire out, and they turned them on you, and you recognized it as similar to
My breath.
not just your breath, but yeah, what Seren took off the Vault Guardian and gave to Arugon. So it's that same sort of, to use a word that your characters wouldn't know, it's tech. It's that same sort of tech. But when you were walking through the city, when you were being escorted through the city, and Arugon, Bayo didn't have a weapon, Mayful didn't have a weapon. This is not a town that is on guard.
They're not really expecting to be attacked, because either the storm would destroy any ship, or security would destroy any ship.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's a little discombobulated. He's recalibrating. The fire. This seems to have taken precedence over the fire. So he says to the six of you, well, would you like a tour of Central first, or shall I take you directly to the facility?
Directly to the facility.
Yeah, facility.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
really know.
Okay.
I am a bit
He's fine.
hungry.
Of course, we will have food prepared when we return. The tour of the facility will not take long. We have kept close watch of the power source, as is our mandate, so this should not be very difficult.
Do we all look at each other when he says power source?
I don't know.
I keep looking forward to it because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the five of you have not heard that term yet, power source. Arugon has, and so you don't react is what you're saying? Yeah. The rest of you have not heard this phrase.
Is he like a hostile witness?
I don't
Are
know.
you-
How are you taking? How
I
is
don't
Sophia
know.
taking this?
I think I'm very confused by this situation. Or
Okay.
I will just say I'm walking into this with a lot of stress at this point, because I have Winter Trees, who is one of our more honest. Samuel's along for the ride.
Sure he just said I want to kill them, but
We only have the wizard's spells and the dragonborn's breath.
I think I'm nervous because I keep looking at Arugon, but at this point I don't feel like. Is there anything I can do to kind of just even get a feel for where Aragon's going with this? Or is there a way for me to, because we're not separated.
You are all together.
We're all together.
The six of you
but
are
that
together
guy
with Fortinbras there.
yes. And so I have no way to look at him of like, hey, what are you doing?
So you have two things that you could
Okay,
possibly
what can
do.
What's my
You
options?
could make an insight check and just like try and read what is happening with Arugon. You have traveled with him, so I would say that you know him well enough to be able to read his mood, read his thought process, unless he is intentionally trying to deceive you. But we would adjudicate that at that point. You also, I will remind you, it is a new day in the game.
Oh, yes.
And you have chosen new spells. Do you remember we talked a little while ago about the spell Sending?
Yes.
The trick is you have to talk out loud and you have to cast a spell in order to send this message to you. So if you want to, we can have you make either a stealth or sleight of hand check to see if you can hide the casting of your spell, and then whisper a message to Arugon, and then he could potentially whisper a message back to you. It is a 3rd level spell, so you would be burning that spell slot.
Okay.
So you can do that, or you could do insight.
I'm just gonna do insight
Okay.
because over time, this is very typical of Arugon to be sneaky.
That's very
but usually lands in a place where the whole for the good of the whole.
Yeah.
So I have no reason to believe that all of a sudden
He's like switch sides.
switch sides.
Yeah.
But also, I guess I'm trying to be just prepared of how much to like take his lead.
Yep.
Or if he's just being extra adventurous.
I love it. Okay,
So-
roll an insight check. Roll your d20 and you're gonna add 5. You are good at insight.
Remember like 2 episodes ago when we were on the boat fighting the security guards? One of the guys shouted to somebody, one of us, I think it was me or Chloe, and he said, "You're not gonna get to the island." And I think we assumed that it was Ismiana's island. But no, I think it was probably this island.
I think it's a good assumption.
And they live here, so if they see us, oh boy.
If they see you, you know where some of them are. Okay, what'd you
So
roll?
10 plus 5, 15.
15. Okay, so Arugon. You have traveled with Sophia. You know as
deception.
As not so deception. So what are you trying to deceive?
So,
You don't want her to know what your plan is. So
because then the other people can know what my plan is. Then like the enemy can know what the plan is.
I'm gonna pretend. Oh,
interesting. Okay, so you're trying to act. I understand what you're doing. Okay, roll your deception check.
16
Total?
plus 6.
22.
Yeah, 22.
You can't read him. It's
Okay,
not. You rolled high enough. I would say it's not. You're still not worried that he's like turned on you, given your
gone
history.
to the dark side or
Right.
something. Okay.
And like putting some of the pieces of this conversation together, but you have no idea what he is attempting here. So
In that case, I just whisper to Serena and to Samuel, like, stay alert. You know, I just tell everyone, including Arugon, I'm like, let's all stay alert
okay,
as we take this tour
okay,
because we don't know what's happening.
okay. So Director Fortinbras leads you out of this main chamber. You are all given your equipment back, by the way. Well, you are now trusted in, so not that you had much, but like you're given your sword, your mace, all that stuff you're given back. You follow him out of the castle keep, down a road that leads towards the mountain. And he, as he's walking with you, you see a number of people walking past. It's still decently early in the morning, so there's not a huge crowd, but you see certain people as you walk past, and they're all generally happy people. They're eating breakfast and looking at trees, and it's a nice day as long as you ignore the fact that the sunshine is coming from the hole in the clouds above you, and there are these dark clouds that surround the entire island. It's a very weird scene. He's leading you towards the island. If you wanted to ask questions, this would be a good time. Otherwise, he's just going to keep walking. He's going to lead you.
Oh,
Do you have a
what
question?
type of food is there?
He says, we are well provided for here. This must be your first time at Central Young One. But this setup here for taking care of those of us who have been assigned to the power source, we are well taken care of. The vendors keep us well stocked. The vendors are the guild that take care of infrastructure around here. So the farmers are part of that, and we on the lee side of the island have very prosperous farms that feed the entire community.
And how long have you resided here?
Well, I was born in Central, actually. I was not one of the transfers. So I have been here. I am 52, if that matters. But I was promoted to director 5 years ago. I've been director of Central for the last 5 years.
Do you know how the storm got here?
Oh, the storm is manufactured by the power source.
Oh.
Yes, the Fuldmacht created this storm powered by the source to protect this facility. Were you not aware of that?
I did not tell him about that.
Oh, you are withholding information from your companions in this endeavor?
Yes and no, because the information that they don't need to know, I shouldn't tell them, because the less they know, the safer they are from other people.
Interesting. We have heard tell that the world has gotten quite dangerous of late, so that is perhaps wise. He seems to have thought that.
What are the food's names called? Like, what are they called?
I
And
know a
how
lot
do you
more
make
information
them?
about this than you guys do.
Yeah, like talking about the food
He
right now.
chuckles at this and he says, yes, the young ones, you seem to be quite hungry. Yes, all right. The facility tour, I promise the facility tour, the facility inspection will not take long. You should be very pleased with our efforts here, and afterwards I will make sure that one of the vendors provides you with a fantastic breakfast. What is your favorite type of breakfast?
Pancakes.
Cakes in a pan. I'm sure that we can, I'm sure that we can figure that out.
Waffles.
Waffles. What does a waffle look like?
It's like
Warhead.
It's a pancake, but with holes in it.
yeah.
So you spend the rest of the time walking to this facility, talking about breakfast food and describing different breakfast foods to them.
Then, but at a point, just as we get closer to the facility, I say, "Oh, that's very interesting to hear that you were born here. At this point, how many residents of the island would you say there are now?"
Between the engineers who are in charge of upkeeping the power source and the rest of the staff it takes to manage and support the engineering department, there's usually around 2,000 here.
What's your average death count per year? It is important to know how many places we need.
He says, well, generally speaking, not very high. Engineering is a little dangerous depending on the task one is given on any particular day. Security can be dangerous because the storm, as predictable as it is still a phenomenon of great power. But most tend to live out the rest of their natural lives here. We haven't needed to take many transfers in the last, I would say, 10 years. Since I have been director, we have only needed one transfer in the 5 years.
So, trying to not make it obvious, I think I would say it has been interesting to see the guard and training programs from island to island. How many guards how do you make your guard selection year, and how many do you have in training?
So you are implying that you have been to other islands previous to this?
Going off of Arugon's story,
Yep,
I'm
yep.
making it sound like we have been to other islands
Yeah.
and checked. And so now I'm trying to figure out for ourselves how many guards there are
Okay.
in a roundabout
Excellent.
way.
He says, the first thing he says is, I will be honest, I was not aware that there were other facilities that Fuldmacht was responsible for. I guess, and he looks at Arugon, it does make sense that there are some things that even I as director would not know to keep us safe. If the other islands, the other islands that you have visited, what were their security counts like?
Okay, so you're gonna have.
Oh my goodness!
Digging a hole, digging a hole.
So-
You guys keep talking,
I
so
know.
I'm just
So
going
this
on.
was, this was my last thing to try and figure out.
One is in a mountain, which they can collapse at any time.
All right.
Another is in a small town, which is in off-grid, so no one knows about it besides the god of power and his followers.
All right.
And another one is kind of like a experimental area where they experiment on people. Try and make it. I pull out the collar.
When you pull out the collar,
Oh, crap.
he says,
On the next episode of The Kids Table,
So now my lie is gonna have to turn into more of a lie.
every single one of them is wearing a collar.
at 20. 20.
20?
Got 20.
I'm not weighting their dice or anything.
Join us on our quest to bring more kids to the table by jumping into another episode of our adventure.
Or visit thekidstabled.com to bring adventure home to your own table.